Is it weird that we watch a video of me that I'm talking or something like that? Or would it be better to watch this? Here, let's do this. On the oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela that was announced by President Donald Trump on December 10th of 2025. Now, President Trump described it as, quote, the largest one ever seized, and stating that it was done, quote, for a very good reason. Now, the operation was confirmed by multiple major news outlets, including Bloomberg, and it marks a significant escalation in the Trump administration's ongoing pressure on the Maduro regime and Venezuela as a whole. The tanker's name was identified as the Skipper, and it was carrying Venezuelan very heavy crude oil loaded from Venezuela's main oil port of Jose between December 4th and 5th of 2025. Now, the tanker was sanctioned by the U.S. for its prior involvement in smuggling Iranian oil, which a federal judge had issued a sealed seizure warrant about 2 weeks prior, targeting the vessel due to links with Iran's oil trade, and also the fact that they fund their military and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps with that oil trade. Although some reports suggest that the tanker could have been headed to Cuba. Now, the operation was led primarily by the U.S. Coast Guard with some support from the U.S. Navy. And I want to give a shout out to the Coast Guard for conducting a raid on an oil tanker. How sick must that have been? Like, doing a raid on a freaking oil tanker that is super high vis, and it being the Coast Guard that did it, and not like Green Berets, not Navy SEALs, not Pararescue, not Delta Force, not MARSOC. Coast Guard. How sick is that? That's freaking cool, man. That's freaking cool. Coast Guard's got a lot to be proud of, man. They've been crushing it lately. International waters, and was described as a, quote, judicial enforcement action on a stateless vessel. Okay. Yeah. The vessel was identified as the Skipper, and it was carrying Venezuelan heavy crude oil loaded from Venezuela's main port of Jose between December 4th through the 5th of 2025. Apparently, this vessel's been sanctioned by the U.S. for its prior involvement with the Iranian oil. Apparently, they've been smuggling Iranian oil to help them get around sanctions, which Iran's oil trade helps fund the IRGC, which is a designated FTO, or foreign terrorist organization. So the Coast Guard crushed it, man. Awesome. All right. So this is the thing that I really want to hear about.
Explain a little more about this Venezuelan oil tanker and share a little more information.
Well, I'll let the people do it, but you see the result, and I guess they probably have released the pictures by now or pretty soon.
Yeah.
You'll discuss that with the appropriate people later on, but no, it was seized for a very good reason.
Do the coasters...
Sir, there's a new proposal from DHS.
He said it was done for a good reason.
A lot of countries have to hand over 5 years of social media history to get a tourist visa. Are you concerned at all that if that's implemented, there would be a decline in tourism next year? And what sort of material do you think is...
We're doing so well. We just want people to come over here and safe. We want safety. We want security. We want to make sure we're not letting the wrong people come into our country. We're getting rid of a lot of bad ones from jails, from mental institutions, drug dealers.
Dude, Coastie's first moving on a sub, now a tanker.
11,888 murderers, half of them, almost exactly half of them, committed more than one murder. We're getting rid of them. In some cases, we don't even want to get them out. We put them in jail because we're afraid they're going to come back into our country. We're not going to let them back in. So we've taken a very tough stand. And you see where we've been, like Washington, D.C. now, people walk down the streets. They go into restaurants at night. It's beautiful. It's like this beautiful thing to see, because until I got here, this was a very, very bad place. We had a terrible thing happen 2 weeks ago with terrorism with regard to 2 National Guards people that are so phenomenal. One is no longer with us, and one, amazingly, we weren't looking with great hope on that, you know, that Andrew, and a week. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Mr. President, 2 questions. One, the oil tanker. Who owns that oil tanker?
You'll get that information later.
Okay, and have you spoken to Maduro since your last conversation?
No.
Or has it only been one conversation?
You'll get that information later?
And when you say that the European leaders want to have a meeting over the weekend, are you talking about with Zelensky or with them?
With Zelensky and us.
And you said in an interview yesterday that you think it's time for Zelensky to start accepting things. What things are you talking about?
I think he has to be realistic, and I do wonder about, you know, how long is it going to be till they have an election? You know, it's a democracy. It's a long time. They haven't had an election in a long time.
They asked him
losing
about
a lot of
Thailand
people.
and Cambodia.
And
Yeah, Thailand and Cambodia have been going at it again, of course. They kind of go at it the same way that Pakistan and India go at it. It's really odd. Let's see here if I can see.
people are asking this question: when do they have an election? Are they going to have an election, or are they going to just keep it going like this? So I think it's time to get that war settled, and I think it's a war that can be settled. But it takes two to tango.
Mr. President, it's more about the new hunters of Warner Brothers Discovery to make changes at CNN, big changes, and have you spoken to Jared about it? What are you doing with him, or are you just sort of wall him off a little bit?
Yeah, they're not
So
going to
what do
have
you wanna
recruitment
know?
problems anymore.
What changes do you want to see at CNN under new
Well, I'm
ownership?
not involved in that. I will be probably involved, maybe involved in the decision. It depends. You have some good companies bidding on it. I think the people.
Oh, here we go.
I'll find out. Yeah.
Mr. President,
Any update on the clashes between Thailand and Cambodia, sir?
Yeah, I think I'll have to make a phone call.
Yeah,
I was going to say
probably.
that the Thailand and Cambodia, one of the 8 that I settled, they've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for a very long time, many, many, many decades. But I got along great with both. I found they were 2 great leaders, 2 great people, and I settled it once. I think I can do it pretty quickly. I think we're scheduling a phone call tomorrow
With both
Mr. President.
All right.
with Thailand.
On the Fed chair.
With Thailand, if you know, just to answer, Steve, with Thailand and Cambodia, I think I can get them to stop fighting. Who else can do that? Think of it. Settled 8 wars. Every once in a while, one will flame up again, and I have to put out that little flame. I have to put it out, but we're going to put it out again. So I think I'm scheduled to speak to them tomorrow and see if I can. It was unfortunate what happened. I mean, I know exactly what happened. It got it started a little bit, but we'll see if we can put it out.
We're interested in the seizure of this tanker. What happens to the oil on that ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
He said, we're curious about that oil tanker. What happens to the oil on that ship? Oh, well, we keep it, I guess. All your oil belonged to us. Oh my God, that clip is gonna go insane, dude. Dude, people are gonna be sharing that clip all over the place. What happens to the oil on that ship? Well, I guess we're gonna keep it. Guess it's ours now. Guess it's our oil now.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman. Just follow the tanker.
Eagle scream, yeah.
Follow it. Get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
But
But we're gonna. I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
Mr. President, on Fed chair, Kevin Hash said
That's
we're going
so
to announce
funny.
a decision within the next 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Maybe.
Are you doing your interviews with finalists today?
Well, I'm meeting with Kevin Warsh today, so I'm meeting with him, and I sort of have a very good idea what I'm looking for. Again, I'm looking for somebody that will be honest with interest rates. That's all. I just want honesty. Our rate should be much lower. Our rate should be the lowest rates in the world. Because all these countries that you see, you know, with low rates, many of them are low because of us, because they suck so much money out of us. But that's not happening anymore. We should have the lowest rates in the world. And without us,
Yeah, interest
none
rates.
of them really exist as an economy. I mean, I can show you these really prime, really wonderful countries. They've had
Oil
nothing
has
but
been
success
liberated, Brock, Florida,
because
man.
They took so much out
It
of
has
the
been
United
liberated.
States. I mean, it's one of those little
Eagle scream.
problems.
Are there 63 rooms on the
I
third
wanna
floor of the
see
White House?
That when we do
I wouldn't
well,
know the
we're
answer to
rewarded
that.
for doing well, not the way
I
it's
don't know.
been for the last pretty long period of time.
Are you asking for finalists to pledge to lower rates?
I'm sure I know
Are you
somebody
asking
that knows, but I
finalists
don't
to
know.
pledge to lower rates if they become the chair?
No, I'll be asking questions and I'll be able to figure it out.
Mr. President, we have 3 countries sending drugs to the U.S., Mexico, Venezuela, and Colombia. And you talked to the president of Mexico, you already talked to Nicolas Maduro. Have you considered talking to the president of Colombia, whom you call a drug dealer?
No, I haven't really thought too much about him. He's been fairly hostile to the United States, and I haven't given him a lot of thought. He's going to have himself some big problems if he doesn't wise up.
Who'd he say?
Colombia is producing a lot of drugs.
Oh,
They
Colombia.
have cocaine factories that they make cocaine, as you know, and they sell it right into the United States. So he better wise up, or he'll be next. He'll be next too. And I hope he's listening. He's going to be next.
Oh,
We don't
man,
like-
bro. He's not mincing words, and I hope he's listening right now. He's going to be next. Oh, man. Yeah, he's not messing around. He's like, I hope he's watching this video and listening right now. That's savage.
People when they kill people.
Oh, man.
They sell drugs. They kill them.
Good job, Columbia. Bro, I've seen your YouTube videos. Jeff, what's up,
There's
dude?
a major manufacturer
Jeff the winner?
of drugs, meaning cocaine in particular.
Did someone say
you know.
oil?
Thanks,
Trump's the same age as your grandparents?
Multiple House Republicans in recent weeks, days, have been critical of Speaker Mike Johnson. I wanted to ask you if you're still confident in the Speaker to keep his conference together ahead of the midterms, and how often are you speaking about him?
I think Mike Johnson is great. You know, he's had a
Yeah.
majority of 2, 3,
It's a-
4. Then back to 2.
It's a big moneymaker down
We
there.
actually had 1.
Colombian
So
Bam
we were
Bam.
1 heart attack away from disaster.
Jesus.
So everybody prayed for everybody's health. I think Mike Johnson's been a fantastic speaker. I mean, a very hard job because, you know, when you have a small majority, and we got the biggest bill in the history of our country approved, the Great Big Beautiful Bill. I call it the Great Big Beautiful Bill. There are different names for it, but to me it's a Great Big Beautiful Bill because it gives the biggest tax cuts in history, the biggest regulation cuts in history.
You had a collab with that
No
guy
tax
from the
on
UK
tips,
at
no
Trump's
tax
military
on
parade. I don't know. I saw
Social
that vid. I
Security,
don't
no
remember the
tax
guy's
on
name.
overtime.
Yeah, that's Dylan.
I think Mike Johnson's been a great speaker. I think few people could have done that job.
That's my friend
Do you
Dylan.
want to see another big package?
He goes by the nickname
Capital
News
next
Daddy.
year?
Well, we don't need it because we got everything. You know, this
He's
was
a good-
supposed to be 17
he's a good dude.
bills.
Younger guy. He's
I think it was my
absolutely
idea,
crushing
but,
it.
You know, with the concurrence of people that have done this a long time. And I said, why don't we make it 1 bill? Because it's very hard to get things approved
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the Democrats.
He's awesome, dude.
And it worked out because there was something good for everybody. If we would have done
We'll
17
see.
bills, we wouldn't have gotten a third of them approved. There was something
Yeah, his
great
name is
for
Dylan
everybody,
Page.
And the one, you know, the great big
The British
beautiful
guy.
bill.
If I could
Brian?
follow up, yes, good to see you, Mr. President.
Hi.
If I could follow up on
Yeah,
the
he's
event
pretty
last
young.
night in Pennsylvania, huge
I think he's
crowd.
definitely old enough to
Yeah,
drink,
big
though.
guy.
It
Pretty
seemed
sure.
like Rally Trump was in prime condition last night. You
Mighty
enjoyed
Wit-
it.
Mighty
Your thoughts
Mitch.
on that? Then I do
What's
have
up, dude?
a question on
Does
the
he
gold
stream?
price.
I don't think he
Last night
streams,
was
but he does.
amazing
He
in
does YouTube,
Pennsylvania. We had a
TikTok, and
tremendous
Instagram, and
crowd.
everything.
It was like freezing, and the people, the thousands of people on the sidewalk.
Is he
trying to
from
get
the
in,
military,
and the
like
streets.
me? No,
It was an
no, I don't
amazing
believe so.
evening, actually, and I think people really enjoyed it.
You were selected for Division Honor Guard today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, you know, it's easy to enjoy.
sounds
when
like
you do
a-
a good job and
A
you know, when
highly
you can talk
selective,
about
honorable
things in a
thing
very
to do.
positive way. It's hard not to say. We have potentially
Let's go.
the greatest economic boom in the history of the world. It's being built right now. And when it
I bet it was
opens,
very competitive.
there will be nothing ever in history like what's happening in our country. And, you know, Washington, D.C. is safe, and Memphis is now. Look at Memphis. Crime is down.
Color
60%
guard
in
ceremonies.
Memphis. We just got there 3
There we
weeks
go.
ago. And
Your commander watches
have,
me as his source of news. I hear it in his office all the time.
We just sent a group
That's
of
good.
people
Well,
there, and
Hopefully it's
crime is
professional
down
and I
28
conduct myself
28%
professionally,
in
and
about 3 days.
hopefully
No, we
he
do a good
appreciates the
job,
way
you
that I
know,
do it.
And these are central casting people. These people they're very tough people if they have to be. They're very good.
That's cool,
they're great
though.
Patriots, but they are the toughest. And
Tell
they
your
don't take
commander
any
I said I
nonsense. And
appreciate him
every
watching the
place we go,
videos.
we
And I
knock
hope,
down crime.
and if he
Too
has any
bad
tips
that
or pointers
we're not invited more
or
into
things he'd like to see,
Chicago, because we could save Chicago very quickly.
have him let you know, and then you
But
can tell
even
me.
that, we're doing it on a minimal basis until, you know, at some point we'll just go in and do what we have to do if the governor doesn't wise up. We got a bad governor, they have a bad mayor.
I've got a question.
I would say they're both incompetent, but it's hard to believe.
Oh,
that
he's
people
talking
don't
about
wanna stop
Chicago.
crime. We could stop the crime in Chicago in about
Yeah.
2 weeks. Go ahead.
My question is on the gold
To
card.
adapt
This is-
AI to the military.
I apologize if I missed the answer.
Yeah, so I did talk about the AI, I think it was called Gen AI, I believe. Talked about that, did one video about it, short video, small, because there's already, like, a lot of people don't realize that there's, like, the military's already got lots of AI in addition to that before that ever came out. That's like I would say that's like the third or fourth military AI platform that is accessible just for the military. There's already plenty of other ones before that one, but this is like the newest one, and I guess it's supposed to be the most cutting edge.
Is there a limit?
I've never used it before myself, so I don't know personally, but that's what people have said.
How many gold
It's supposed to be kind of similar to what, Google Gemini? I believe that's what it's supposed to be framed off of.
cards these companies can?
Yodaris, greetings. I followed from your content on IG. Well, I appreciate you coming to the channel. Yodaris, welcome in. Welcome into the Twitch. Appreciate you supporting the channel.
Howard?
Task Force is
So
141.
The program is part of the
Oh,
already
is Task
approved
Force
visas.
141 real?
So we're just
I have
going
no
to
idea
have
what that means.
Great people.
I would be the
come into
wrong
this
person to
country.
ask.
Average green card holder.
I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't really have a very high clearance, and it's probably a good thing because it would just be stressful. So I don't know a lot of these like super secretive things, if there's anything secretive.
earn
Unfortunately.
less than the
Lion-
average
yep,
American.
tell your
So they
commanders
were
watch
more
Kagan.
likely to be on the dole and be on our assistance
Oh,
programs
Luke, thank
than
you.
average Americans. And the idea is from President Trump. He
I don't
wants
know
to
what Task
raise
Force
it,
141
bring in
is.
the best people into America. So
Damn.
same visas,
Damn.
but now just full of the best people.
Basically, it's a green card, but much better, much more powerful, a much stronger
Is he
path.
talking about the gold card?
And a path is a big deal. Have to be great people, but much stronger path. And
Oh,
it
yeah, the
also,
gold card.
In addition to that, helps companies, because not only for companies, but if IBM
It's from Call of Duty,
gets
like the force
somebody,
that
number one
Captain
in the
Price and
class
stuff
at
were getting.
the
Oh,
Wharton School of Finance, and you're dying to get the person, but you can't guarantee the person stays in the country because
Luke, I'm glad you
oftentimes
answered
they'll say,
that
"I'm
for me.
sorry,
That's
sir,
that's
you gotta
funny. I
get
can
out of here
imagine the look on
24
your
hours
face.
straight." And you say, "Where's my employee?"
That would be funny if it was
Now,
real. They would.
IBM
I don't
can
think
buy
they
a
would.
card, and that employee can be.
I don't think they would name a real task force in a video game off of like a super black ops like freaking Delta top tier 1 operator thing. Although that would be like the most ironic spillage ever in the history of mankind
there
if it actually happened.
essentially a very long period of time.
Mr. President, could you tell Bruce
It's so needed for the company.
Unless it was totally
You know,
accidental,
it's
yeah.
needed for others, but really,
That's so funny, though.
It's basically a much better form of a green card,
Which
And
is
you
even
can't get
funnier,
green
yeah, if it
cards.
happened
They
like that.
are impossible to get. This is much better than a green card.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else about it.
Not to run for governor, or that she should think about not running for governor?
I haven't spoken to.
Let's see if there's anything about it on here. I'm kind of curious to see oil tanker Venezuela. See if we can find. Oh, Attorney General Pam Bondi says today the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security Investigations, and the United States Coast Guard, with support from the Department of War, executed a seizure warrant for a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. Sorry. For multiple years, the oil tanker has been sanctioned by the United States due to its involvement in an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations. This seizure, completed off the coast of Venezuela, was conducted safely and securely, and our investigation alongside the Department of Homeland Security to prevent the transport of sanctioned oil continues. Interesting. Okay. That keep the oil clip. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is going to be the most viral clip of the whole past day, is him saying, well, I guess we keep the oil. Let's listen to it one more time because it's just hilarious.
Interested in the seizure of this tanker. What happens to the oil on this ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
I love it, man. Well, if we keep it, I
If
guess.
you're a good newsman, just follow the tanker.
Do you know where
Follow it. Get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true he's going to
But we're gonna. I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
I love it, man. He did not. Oh man, I think it's hilarious. That is easily going to be the most viral clip of this entire day by far, like 100%. In fact, I might need to make a video about that tomorrow.